Yesterday, we learned that there was a relationship between the areas of squares attached to the sides of right triangles. Today, we used it to find the length of missing sides. For example, this one and this one. So, what we did today was, when we had right triangles with two sides known, we used that relationship with squares. So, we drew squares attached to each side and found the areas of them. Since this side's 7 and this is a square, this area must be 49 square inches. Similarly, this side is 10 inches, so if I draw a square on the side of it, if this side's 10 inches, the area of the square is 10 times 10, 100 square inches. And then this side is our unknown square, but the Pythagorean Theorem, the relationship we found yesterday, tells us that the squares attached to the legs add up to the square attached to the hypotenuse. So 49 plus 100 gives us 149 square inches. So that's the area of this square attached to the hypotenuse. Now, we want to find the side length of this side. This is a side of this square, so it is the square root of the square's area, 149. So the exact length of this line is the square root of 149 inches. If we want the approximate value, we can put it in our calculator and get approximately 12.21 inches. And those are the two answers you were going to give for the length of that line. The exact value, the square root of 149 inches, and the approximate value, about 12.21 inches. Now, for the second triangle, we're going to do the exact same thing, using that exact same idea. Attach squares to each side. So if that side length's 8, this area is 64 inches squared. If this side is 11, the square attached to it, 11 times 11, 121 square inches. Now we need to find this side. Remember, the Pythagorean theorem says the areas of the squares attached to the legs, that means these two, add up to the area of the square attached to the hypotenuse. So the two small squares have to add up to the big square. So basically it's 64 plus what would get us 121. If I do 121 minus 64, I'll find that this area has to be 57 square inches, because 64 plus 57 adds up to 121. So when we're missing a leg, it's a little bit different to find its length than when we're missing the hypotenuse. But that same idea still holds. The areas of the two smaller squares have to add up to the area of the big square. The area of the two smaller squares have to add up to the big square. Now, let's finish up the problem. That length, the exact length, is the square root of 57 inches. Now, if I want the approximate value, put it into your calculator. You'll get about 7.55 inches. And that is the length of that side.